First coffee. Right, I've got coffee. Tonight Alfie and I are in the Forest of Dean. Now the sign does say that it closes at 6:30 and it says no overnight stays. I guess I'm going to test that. Bon appetit. Walking through a forest and there's dry stone walling in the middle of a forest, and I suppose in reality when that was built it probably wasn't a forest. I mean, these trees, what, must be 70 years old maybe? So you figure 70 years ago, if these trees weren't here, this would have been a farmer's field. And the dry stone walling was probably housing paddocks for sheep. I read on the internet, and a grand source of knowledge, I know you can't trust it all the time, but this seemed to make sense, that a proportion of the dry stone walling in the UK was built by prisoners of war. And that makes sense to me, because I always wondered why and how they managed to build so much dry stone walling throughout the UK, because it seems such an arduous task. But I guess if you've got prisoners, and I'm assuming by they mean prisoners of war and also people who are in prison, because that would make sense to use as a labour force, which is suppose akin to slave labor in some regards. How they built the pyramids. Not that I'm comparing dry stone walling to the pyramids. Or should I? I don't know. Anyway, we're in the middle of a forest and there's dry stone walling all over the place. So I'm just guessing that when it was put up, there was no forest. I'm glad it's here now, because it's nice to walk through. And this is the second day we've walked through this particular route. I'm actually heading down today to go and get Becky from university and bring her back to home. So I'll get my walk out the way, get a run out the way, probably repeat pretty much what I did yesterday. And then tonight I'll drive an hour towards Surrey. And then tomorrow I'll finish my work, and we finish at 4 on a Friday, so I'll drive the rest of the way, stay nearby and pick her up on Saturday morning. Then we can just do the drive all the way home on Saturday. I hope she's okay. Alright, I'm gonna finish my walk and get some work done before my afternoon run. See you later. But look at that view, eh? It is beautiful here. I like the fact that it's free parking as well in the forest, and it's often quite difficult to find places to park at night. There are signs saying no overnight parking, but no one bothered me here. So there are some bike trails. I'm not going to get a chance to ride them this week, but after Easter I'll be taking my daughter back to uni, and I think I'll come back here and ride these trails. Not down there, because that looks scary as shit. I don't know if that's a trail, but there are some trails through the forest that look quite impressive. I can't wait to explore this area a bit more. It's lovely. I actually shouldn't be here because technically I'm in Wales, although probably by half a mile maybe. Anyway, that's that. It's starting to rain, so Alfie and I are going to walk back.
Alfie and I absolutely loved our stay in the Wye Forest. We're going to go back there. Next week we have to take Becky back down to university, and then we're going to make our way back through Gloucester and back into the forest. The borders are opening up into Wales, so we won't have any problems going in. It was such a peaceful place to stay. The forest is beautiful. It's old. It just has a way about it, and it is just so peaceful. There were some bike trails that I could see as I was walking through, and I wanted to look on Garmin and see where they come out and explore them a bit more. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to going back. There were some nice people there. A couple of guys rode past and asked questions about the van. Although one guy did say that he saw me in the Forest of Dean a couple of days ago, so I don't know whether I had a stalker. But it was just a really nice place to stay, so I'm really looking forward to going back there next week. This bit's where I nearly lost my drone. I was flying it and it hit a tree down right near the edge of the waterfall, and I was lucky. I swore, and then it flipped upside down and managed to catch itself and continue flying. It was quite amazing, and I was thankful. Next up, I decided to practice some mountain biking skills. I want to learn how to manual. For anyone that doesn't know, a manual is very similar to a wheelie, but you sit over the back wheel and not on the actual seat. And it helps when you want to go over jumps, when you want to smooth out the trail. And my manualing skills came from YouTube. This was before I discovered the Ryan Leach coaching course, which I'm currently undergoing. And I've signed up for a free 7-day trial of the Ryan Leach course. You can too if you look on his website. It seems to be very well done, very progressive. I don't have enough time to actually dedicate to it at the moment, so I'm not going to continue with it right now. But later on in the summer, when the weather picks up and I can get outside more on the bike, I'm definitely going to take up a subscription for the course. But this is the best that I could do from my YouTube videos, and it didn't end so well.
When you plan it, it sounds so easy.
I really should be more careful with that dork. God, I cringe when I see that. I set up my generator once every night for about an hour, hour and a half, just to charge up my laptop so that I can work the next day. So all I was doing here was setting the generator up. It was quiet. There was no one else there. I usually try to stick it between the van and a wall, or the van and a hill, something that will dampen the sounds or away from people. It's not a very noisy generator, but it's noisy enough, so I don't want to disturb people. So this is just me setting up the generator.